Hey everyone, welcome back to the Turnbuckle Tavern YouTube page and another edition of our Tuesday exclusive show, Power Trip. Where we are reviewing this week's episode of NWA Powerrr. Now, before we get started, make sure you guys are subscribing to the page. Click the bell up in the corner. That will give you notifications when we come back at you with more content. You can follow us on Instagram at Turnbuckle Tavern, Twitter at Tbuckle Tavern, and you can get yourself a t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/tavern. So before we get into it, well, you know what? Let's just get right into it. We'll just get right into the episode.
Yeah, let's go.
So we started this episode. Nick Aldis comes out. We get it started.
He comes out to booze.
Yeah, he comes out. Everybody's booing. He's jawing back and forth with the people that are in attendance.
Yeah, he says on a scale from 1 to 10, am I an 11 or what?
Yeah, he came out. He was in full douchebag mode.
Yeah, I love that he's making this know what I mean jelly bean a regular occurrence in his promos, and I'm for it.
Yeah. He came out definitely, and then so he comes out. He's talking about Murdoch. And then he invites Murdoch to come out.
Yep.
Murdoch comes out, and basically they're setting up the main event for the night.
Yeah, and Trevor said, you know, if he didn't want to jeopardize his future with the NWA, he'd whoop his ass right there.
Yeah.
You know, Trevor's hot. Aldis claims that he's not championship material. You know, Trevor says he's given his life to the business. And I love there's a moment where he stops himself and he's like, I almost dropped the F-bomb.
Almost said the F-bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was hot, man. And I thought we were going to get Aldis giving him a shot at the NWA title.
Yeah. They're taking the long way around with this.
Yeah. Because they set up the match, and the match is it's a six-man tag match, but if he wins, he gets a shot at the national title.
Yeah, and we don't know his opponents yet, or his tag team yet.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's going to be Tom Latimer and Chris Adonis of Strictly Business with a mystery partner, a third partner, and then Trevor has to get 2 people to be his partner.
So literally, we only know 3 of the 6 that are going to be in.
And the stipulation is if he wins, he gets a rematch against Adonis for the national title, and if he loses, he's suspended for 30 days without pay.
Yeah. Like I said, I thought we were going to get the NWA title, but looks like we're going to, you know, they're giving him, he's going to get another shot at the national title if he wins.
Yeah. So, I think they're making him work for it. He's got to be the opponent for Aldis. That's what we're going for. But
it was a good open. I like that. Those 2 are 2 of the top talkers in that company right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably the top 2 talkers. So it's definitely fun to listen to. Different styles. I think it's a lot of fun listening to them to jaw jack back and forth with each other.
yeah. It's like yin and yang, man. Completely polar opposites.
Yep. And I think that's what Aldis needs, is somebody that's completely opposite of him.
Yeah, his Ric Flair needs a Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah. The next thing we had, we went right into the first match, which was Sal Renaro
against
Renaro.
Yeah.
Against Kratos. And I mean, wasn't really much of a match. Kratos came in and just smashed him.
Yeah, and then he goes over to the commentary table, and to steal your phrase, starts jaw jacking at Tim Storm.
Yeah.
And they're going back and forth. Storm gets up. It almost looks like Storm's about to unbutton his jacket and take it off.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. So Latimer and Adonis come out to the promo booth, and they offer to bring Kratos in as the 3rd member of the main event.
Yeah. So we find out there that Kratos is going to be their 3rd member. But I mean, the match was, or whatever it was, not even, it was ruled a no contest.
He just beats up Renaro.
But somebody, the guys, and I don't know the guy's name. His name was Danny something. Came out with a chair.
Yeah, in the pink and blue get up.
Yeah, so he gets smashed by Kratos, and then did Aaron Stevens comes out to stop Kratos from doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
So ref stops it. It's a no contest. It's crazy, but we do find out that Kratos is the third member of Strictly Business. It's going to be in the main event. Then after that, we had a showdown between Jax Dane and Slice Boogie, hyping their match, which I guess is a no DQ match for next week.
Yeah, and Slice Boogie, you know, he talks about catching W's, third time's a charm, baby. Yeah, I thought this was a good promo from Slice Boogie, probably his best.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was in. I mean, the confidence that guy exuded in this promo was at another level.
Yeah, you can feel him finding his kind of feet in NWA in this promo. Like, not to say his other promos were bad, but he's improving. This is by far the best promo he's had in NWA.
Yeah, and honestly, it really did make me look forward to this match.
Oh yeah, and Jax responds. It was kind of a hilarious response. It was good. He went the quiet, you know, I don't speak, and I don't show with my words, I show with my actions in the ring.
Yeah.
And but his promo was full of hilarious cliches.
Right.
You know, like he was laying them on, like, I'm my brother's keeper. He repeated third time's a charm. Then he said, be careful what you wish for. I mean, he was laying in all those just,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to them having their match, because it seemed like Slice Boogie was kind of got the better of him in it a little bit.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Then after that, we had Tyrus versus Pope. That was for the TV title.
Yeah, I just got to say, before that, around the time of the Jax Dane Slice Boogie thing, I knew, and this is a problem for me right now with NWA, I knew when Latimer and Adonis offered Kratos the third spot, and I thought about, well, they're teasing a surprise. Who is Trevor going to pick? I'm like, he's going to pick Stevens and Tim Storm.
Yeah. And
I think that's a thing we've talked about that's shining a light on one of the major issues is the surprise is there's no surprise factor because their roster is so shallow right now. And we know it's shallow. Like, they've yet to, you know, the first season of Powerrr and the seasons after that, before the pandemic, you know, they were bringing out surprises a lot. And we haven't seen, you know, Scott Steiner and, you know, all sorts of people were popping in and out, and we haven't seen a one. And I think after 6 episodes of Powerrr, this 5 episodes of Powerrr, I think we got a handle on what we're seeing this season.
Yeah. Yeah. I also knew, I mean, it wasn't really hard to tell who the mystery partners were going to be, because we have the same players every week.
And they're all being shuffled, and a lot of the same, just shuffled. I mean, I'm all for, you can do a lot with a little, but at the same time, I'm like, you got to get a little more just so we can have a little bit of variety.
Yeah. Well, we don't have any variety. And I feel like, which I want to talk about in the main event, but I feel like we're about to have a big problem with it. Okay. Like it's about to be a big problem not having that variety.
Let's talk about the main event.
So we'll talk about the main event. So we had, like you said, it was Latimer, Adonis, and Kratos versus Tim Storm, Aaron Stevens, and Murdoch.
Yeah.
This match was, I mean, it was crazy.
It starts out and they're all brawling outside.
I mean, honestly, the ref at one point, I looked at his face and he just, the guy was clueless, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That ref was not great.
Yeah. But I think the problem, I mean, so we have the match. Aaron Stevens and Kratos obviously are not on the same page.
Right.
Now we have, Tim Storm takes the pin.
Yeah,
now
he's distracted.
Yeah, he's distracted by Sal.
Adonis slams him and gets the pin on him.
It's the pin. So now with the stipulation, Murdoch's gone technically for 30 days.
Right.
And also our tag team champions are at arms with you. Like
right.
They're not on the same page.
No, Kratos during the match, Aaron Stevens is getting his ass whipped in the center of the ring, and Kratos is over on the apron laughing his ass off.
Right. So
Yeah,
here's the problem.
Yeah.
So the problem here that we have is, one, we've had the same players pretty much since we started.
Right.
Trying to build this story now, technically, unless, with wrestling magic, Murdoch comes back in those 30 days.
Which he could.
But who's going to take, what tag team's going to take the tag team titles?
Right. There isn't, we got Powerrr and what was their names? I forget their names. Powerrr and the big guy. Exactly.
Exactly. And that's the problem, man. Like, there's a story going on with them, but there's nobody to interject into this story. Where's the story going to go?
Yeah, there's not a lot of moving parts, and it makes it there's no variety.
We have to have people come in because the story's going to a stalemate where nothing can happen.
Right.
People's going to be gone, and who's going to come out and take these titles?
Right.
That's a problem.
That's a major problem.
And,
and they're not building any teams. There's no contenders.
Right. So unless, they have to have somebody come in, because we're going to get you're working yourself into a corner.
Exactly. And the two stories they're really focused on is Nick Aldis, because Adonis and Latimer, they don't have stories going on. They're just kind of tied in with Aldis, with strictly business. And Trevor Murdoch is kind of feuding with Adonis and Aldis, strictly business. And then you have the Kamille Thunder Rosa thing going on.
Yeah.
And, we had a public summit tonight. Thunder Rosa came out. They can't speak for themselves because they don't want it to get physical. So Melina comes out to speak for Rosa. Kamille comes out, and Taryn Terrell speaks for Kamille. They're going back and forth, jaw-jacking at each other.
Yeah.
I do like that Melina brings up Thunder Rosa's success in AEW.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. And it pretty much ends with Kamille saying, or not Kamille, but Taryn Terrell saying that they're going to have a list of demands, because it looks like they're gearing up for a rematch for this number one contendership.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was a little confused by this tonight, because in the preview it said Thunder Rosa versus Kamille. So I honestly thought we were having a match.
Yeah, I did too.
And then it came out we were having the public summit. But I like that they're building towards this. I thought it was a good build for it.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job of focusing on Thunder Rosa and Kamille. They're two top female talents, but we've seen we've seen Genocide. Alex Gracia, I think, was on there. She's been on AEW.
Yeah.
Sky Blue, but we need to see, like you said, same thing with the tag teams, no contenders. Same thing with, outside of Trevor Murdoch, who's the next man up? Is it Slice Boogie? So it's like, even with the females, it's like right now we have Kamille and Thunder Rosa feuding, but who's the next one? We're not building. I know it's an hour-long show, but that's what I liked about the first few seasons of Powerrr. They did a great job of juggling a lot of little stories within this small show.
Yeah.
So I think we're missing a little bit of that this season.
Yep. Yeah. We're getting to a point now, like I said, just with everybody, where we're going to have some new players come in.
Right. Oh, yeah. And even, we jumped over at the TV title match with Tyrus and, Pope. It ends in a count out. So that's going to continue, and that's fine. That's our feud, but
yeah,
we need more people involved. We need some more options, some more surprises on the table. I did like Velvet Sky giving Austin Idol shit at the commentary booth. I thought that was great.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoy hearing him come out there and just be his over the top self.
Yeah, and I liked her getting some fire under her. She like went at him, raised her voice a little bit. It's one of the first times I've really felt her like losing herself to the moment.
She felt comfortable.
Yeah,
it felt like she was comfortable out there tonight.
Yeah.
Because before it just seemed like she was real quiet, didn't really know what she was,
Right. So what's your final thought of the show? What do you want to see in the coming weeks?
Just more. Like, I like what we're getting. I do like what we're getting. I like Nick Aldis. I like Trevor Murdoch. But we just have to have, there has to be more
options, like more variety.
We have to have more variety, because we're at the same thing the whole time right now.
It's wearing the stories out, because you're tuning in for essentially 2-3 storylines, and there's not a lot of story being told underneath the top.
Yeah,
the mid card.
Like, I'm glad it's back. I really enjoy NWA. I like the vibe that they have.
Love it.
I just need more. That's it.
I agree.
If they bring in some more story, I think they'll be golden.
They need something. They need to bring an X factor to get people. You're behind a paywall now. You need to do something big. Bring in a big surprise. Have a shock, something shocking, something that will draw the attention of the wrestling fan base.
Yep.
Because with the pandemic, they were gone a while. I think people kind of forgot about the phenomenon that was NWA Powerrr when it was first kicking off on YouTube. And now that they're on Fight TV, I feel like you need some sort of inciting incident to kind of blow up on wrestling websites where people are, holy shit, this happened, and draw more people in. They need something like that, I feel like, because right now they're kind of being forgotten about, and I hate it because I love the product.
Yeah, we just need that's all we need, man, is somebody to come on and just put an eye on it.
Yeah, something. And Aldis, people are tuning in for Aldis, but I think people have kind of taken him for granted. People have taken Aldis for granted because we see him every week. There's not enough variety to miss him. So he's carrying the company on his back. So we need another big person to challenge Aldis or to throw an angle with this new person where we can give Aldis some time where we miss him a little bit. Because if he's trying to carry the company on his back every week, we run the risk of overexposing himself and people kind of continuing to kind of take him for granted. He's the NWA world champion. We shouldn't, I don't know. We need variety. It just all comes back to, we need some variety.
I like what they're doing. I'm not putting down the product, but we just need variety. And I think that'll put it over the top.
I'm with you.
Yep. Well, I guess that's going to wrap up this week of Power Trip. And make sure you guys, again, click the bell up in the corner, subscribe to the YouTube channel, tell your friends about it, get in the comments. Let's have some debates and discussions. Speaking of debates, make sure you guys are tuning in on Mondays for the Turnbuckle debates and on Thursdays for our flagship show on Apple and Spotify. Again, this is our YouTube exclusive show. So we'll see you guys next Tuesday with more Power Trip.